This is a tutorial video on the basic functionality of the disaster risk GeoNode platform for Afghanistan. The first thing is to access the website. You can enter disasterrisk.af in the navigation bar of any browser, and it'll take you to this homepage. In the homepage, there are a number of menus. There is a sidebar where you can register and log in once you're registered. And please note that you cannot download certain layers and you cannot upload or create maps unless you are registered to the website. There is also a new project information page under the About menu. If you click on that, you will get all the information on the genesis of the GeoNode, but also the multi-hazard risk assessment for Afghanistan, which is where the GeoNode comes from. If you click on the tutorial video page, you will find a number of videos, including this one, listed on that page. If you go on the menu and select Data Layers, you will find all the layers that are present inside the GeoNode. Since I am logged in, I'm seeing all of 1,291 layers within it, and only a fraction of those are actually accessible if you don't log in. On the left are a number of filters to filter through the layers to find what you're looking for, and also a search bar. So if we were looking for a layer, for example, on flash floods, we could enter that, and we don't have to wait to press the search button. We can, the search happens contextually as we type. So I can click on that, and there are two resulting layers, flash flood susceptibility index, and I can click on that, for example, and it'll take me to a page where I can see all of the information for that specific layer. It's a raster layer, and I have a map that I can navigate this layer with. Without further ado, I can see the information on this layer, but I can also see all the metadata, and this is a raster layer, but if it was a vector layer, I would also be able to see the attribute table connected to those vectors. I can download the layer either as a picture, so just a spatial picture of what we're seeing, or as an actual spatial data set. So, for example, a GeoDiff. And on the bottom right, you can see there's also a Create Map button. So if I press that, I would go to an actual map where I can, in this location, I can also add different layers, for example, here in the left pane. But I can also, here on the right, I can print it or save it. And if I save it, it will go in my created uploaded maps. So for example, if I wanted to add a layer here on the left, I would go to this button, the Add Layer button. It would open a catalog, and then say I wanted to add the road network. There are a number of different data sets for roads. Sorry, I'm having some issues typing. And for example, there is also the OpenStreetMap data set, so I can add that and overlay it directly on the map. Another way to access the maps is obviously through the Maps menu. So I would go under Maps and then either explore maps that are already in the GeoNode or create a new map. So I would start from scratch and not starting from a layer as we did before, starting with this flash flood susceptibility index layer. To wrap up this video, I just want to show you going back to the layer catalog and then just downloading one of the layers. So I'll take this first one that comes up, the aerodromes points from the OpenStreetMap, and these are vector points of all the airports in Afghanistan. If I go to download layer, I'll have the options of a number of different files, including a zipped file, and that downloaded very fast because this is a very small layer. Some of these layers instead are very big, some of the larger rasters, so keep that in mind. And once that is downloaded, I can extract it to a folder, and here we go. So this is the actual data set. So if you have a desktop GIS software, like for example Quantum GIS, here I have already opened it, and I've already added this layer, but just so I can show you again, if I remove that, all you have to do is drag and drop the layer that you just downloaded into a desktop GIS like Quantum GIS, and now you have all the functionality that you would have in any GIS system. So this is everything for this first tutorial and tutorial video, and we'll be posting several more videos that will show you different functionality on the disaster risk GeoNode platform. Thank you.